The other day, a friend and I were talking about why people write. Because if you ask a writer, they'll tell you it's often essentially a form of self-torture. Yet we, writers, are compelled to keep doing it. But why? This friend, like me, is also a bit of an amateur carpenter, and although we have that in common, we spend much less time talking about building things out of wood than we do talking about writing. I had a couple of thoughts about why it's hard for people to write, because I am technically a writer, which just means I've figured out ways to publish enough words and make enough money for the IRS to not contest it when I put writer in the appropriate box on my tax forms. What I said to my friend was basically this. It can be hard to justify spending several hours trying to write something, because at the end of all those hours, you might not think that what you wrote is any good. If you spent that same amount of time and a bit of money buying some wood and trying to build a table or a set of shelves, and you didn't quite get it right, and the table or the shelves wasn't the greatest thing ever, it would probably still be usable in some way. Maybe you mess it up somehow and have to start over once or twice. And if you cut a piece of wood an inch or two too short, you might have to go buy some more wood so you could try it again. Sure, you mess up some wood, but you end up making something in your hours as a novice woodworker. And that's considered a normal hobby compared to writing, because at least you're making something that has a purpose, if only for the people who live in your house. Very different from, say, writing poetry or short fiction, which may never get published or even get read by anyone else. But look, we both know that you can go to a home improvement store and buy a set of those wire rack shelves, or a set of plastic ones, and they'll work just fine to hold your stuff. But you didn't do that. You took 3 or 5 or 8 hours or whatever and penciled out a sketch, and you went and bought some wood and some screws or nails, and you measured the wood and cut it and clamped it together and tried to get all the angles right, and cut more wood and drove in screws or nails and got some sawdust all over yourself and maybe a couple splinters in one or more fingers. And you made something yourself. And maybe it didn't turn out exactly like you thought it would, and maybe you didn't end up saving any money after all. But it works, and it fits in the space better than something from the store, and now you can say, sure, it's not perfect, and sure, plenty of other people could do better, but I made this one. I guess I think that's why we write.